Hello, and welcome to another segment of Health Transformations. Health Transformations. We talked about transformation. That means change, to move from one state to another, to evolve from one point of being to another. We thank you for joining us. This is Lady Christine Carmichael Foster here with you on the Power to Get Wealth, Power of God Broadcasting Network. Lot of things that we do, but this is the Health Transformation Show. So we thank you all for joining us today. I'm really looking forward to sharing with you, as I have so many times. I've been talking to you all about my health journey, and it is a journey. A journey means basically there are a lot of things that are happening along the way. Things, that you have and habits that you have developed over many, many years. It takes time for them to change. They don't change all at one time. But by us working together, I'm hoping that you will join me on this journey. And maybe your way of doing it may be a little different than mine. And that's okay, as long as we both and we all get there. So how is your health journey going today? How is your health? And are you working on better health? Today we're going to talk about the power of water. Yes, I said water. A lot of times water is one of the main things that not too many people want to drink. As I've begun to do this health coaching, I've been instructing a lot of my clients as they've joined with me, and some are already good in starting to drink water more often than others. And then we have those that we have to coach along to build. But nevertheless, as long as we build and we evolve and we transform into better versions of ourselves, that's all we want to do. So today we're going to be talking about the power of water. How much water do you drink a day? Do you know how much water you should be drinking a day? The going rate of water that we try to aspire to is 8-ounce glasses of water a day, which is equal to 64 ounces of water. Not many people are doing that, but I am seeing a lot of people as I travel are doing more to work towards their health. Water is such a necessary part of our being healthy, more than you even realize. Our bodies are made up about 75% of water. And every day, if you think about it, we excrete water in one way, form, or another. So therefore, if it's leaving out, we have to be putting it back in. Water has so many benefits, and you're missing out on so much by not realizing the power of water. So we're going to talk about it and share a couple of tips with you and share some things with you about the purpose of water. As I said, 75% of our body is made up of water. The rest is blood. And so we have to keep that water filtrating in and out and through our bodies. It is necessary for our insides to have that water to help keep a lot of things health-wise moving for us that you may not even be knowledgeable about or didn't even know. So we're going to talk about those things. Have you ever felt tired? The lack of water will cause you to feel very tired. If you're going throughout the day and about halfway through the day, or maybe by 12 o'clock, you're exhausted, you don't have any life, then most likely it's because you're dehydrated. You need to be drinking water. I have been where I didn't realize that at one time. And, I was drinking tea, which is fine. But at the time I was drinking a different type of tea that also kind of helped burn calories. And with doing that and not putting water back in, I became dehydrated and found myself in the hospital. A lot of times when we end up at the hospital, we may have to go there for some reason or another, and they check to see how you're doing as far as your hydration. And then what they do is have to give you that shot, get that needle, the IV in our arms, which none of us like. I know I don't. And you're always hoping when they do that you get somebody who knows what they're doing. But they hydrate us because we are dehydrated. What would it be like to have to go to the hospital if you had to for some reason or another, but not have to be hydrated because you have enough water in your body? I, as I said, was drinking this tea that was burning calories, but not hydrating myself. And I got to the point where I became very, very dizzy. I wasn't able to keep myself up. I didn't have any energy. Like I was sharing earlier, that lack of water or being dehydrated will cause you to feel tired. And I became faint. I felt so poorly. It nearly made me feel like, I was leaving here. And so it is very, very important that we have our bodies well hydrated. So somebody say well hydrated water. You need to be drinking 64 ounces of water a day because that will help to rid you of fatigue. It will help you to have the energy that you need to work and go throughout the day. So hydration is one thing. Being hydrated will help you not to be tired. Another thing that it helps with is your mood. If you're tired and you're not hydrated like you need to be, then what really happens is after that, you got that fatigue. And if you're tired and you don't feel like doing anything, your mood is poor. So having that hydration, being well hydrated, drinking the amounts of water that you need to, again, starting off with at least 64 ounces of water a day, it's very easy to do. I know you might not like water, but even if you don't like water, you can drink the water by adding like a 0-calorie, minimal sugar drink, putting that inside your drink so that at least it has some flavor. That'll help you going. And another thing you can do is put lemons. Some people cut lemons and put them up or in their water, or cucumbers they'll put in the water. That helps to give some type of flavoring. But whatever you have to do, it is important to you that you drink water. So whatever way you have to get it down, they even sell flavored waters. All right, they sell them, so you can do that. So that drinking the water is going to help you not to be tired, but it's also going to improve your mood, because if you're tired, you're not going to feel like doing anything. And if you are so dehydrated that you, like I said, are tired, then the second thing you'll have is the lack of get up and go. You just don't want to do anything. Your mood is poor. So we want to drink the amount of water that we need to do, because that helps us to have a better mood. All right. Another key thing that water, the power of water, is that it helps with migraines and headaches. How many of you suffer from migraines and headaches? A lot of times, just like the other conditions that we've told you about, headaches is a byproduct of being dehydrated. So there are some people that have frequent headaches. And if you think about it, how much water are you drinking? You want to start off with that 64 ounces. That could be 4 of the 16.9 ounce bottles of water. So if you get 4 of them and drink them through the day, you have done 64 ounces of water. After you master that, your ultimate goal would be to drink half of your body weight in water. So whatever your body is, whatever your weight is, you need to divide that in half. That number is going to tell you how many ounces of water you need to drink a day. That number, once you get it, divide it by 8, it'll tell you how many bottles. I've already told you that 4 16.9 ounce bottles of water is 64. So if you have that already down, you gauge that to help you to see how much more you want to do. So helping with getting rid of headaches, a lack of water, a lack of drinking, being dehydrated is a part that helps to give you headaches. Consuming plenty of water can even provide relief if you already have a headache. A lot of times, summer's coming. People are talking about, we get hot, we're riding about, going about our day to the malls and to the beaches and things of that nature. Let me tell you, instead of stocking up on sodas and those drinks, that we like to drink, that supposedly give you energy, but they're not necessarily good for you. You want to stock up on water. Water, when you are hot, is one of the main things that will cool you down. If you drink water, all of a sudden, where you were hot, you'll start to feel cold. So drink water. Water is essential. It is very important to good health. All right. So getting rid of those migraines can be done by drinking water. Let's talk about another one. Migraines is going. We talked about the mood swings. We talked about fatigue. Water helps with your skin. Your skin will begin to brighten up. The more water that you're taking in, the more water that you're drinking, you will begin to see that your skin is glowing. A lot of us women, we're real careful about our skin. We're trying to make sure we get the right products to use from, the store. We're going to these clinics, and we're going to, the stores. When we go to JCPenney's and Macy's, we're looking for the right products to buy that will help our skin. I don't know any woman that doesn't want her skin to have the right elasticity and to look glowing. But I'm telling you, one of the cheapest ways to do that is in drinking water. How much water are you drinking? If we would drink more water, we would see the glowing of our skin, the brightening of our skin. You won't have those problems. I'm going to be honest. I have, sometimes we have like those puffiness under our eyes, and we wonder why we have dark circles at times. And I thought at one time, that it was a family trait, and I, found out later on that by drinking more water, that I saw that dissipate. So some of the things that you're going through and maybe experiencing, if you would start to add more water to your diet, throughout the day, and start to build. Maybe you don't hardly drink but 1 bottle of water a day. All right, well, let's work at drinking 2. Work on adding to 2 a day. Get that down. And then next week, add on 3. But you got to start somewhere. Water is so necessary and vital for the health of our bodies. Another thing that our water does, it helps with our kidneys, flushing out our kidneys. Water gets rid of all that extra stuff within our body. Those toxins that are inside of your body are pushed out through the intake of water. And a lot of times, if we're not drinking enough water, those toxins are inside and they are doing detriment to your body. You actually feel them on the outside, actually on the inside, and then it starts to show on the outside. So those toxins that are in, you're not drinking enough water to help push them out. Then you see the breakout in your skin, and then you start to see other things that are happening to your body. Your kidneys are trying to function like they need to, but you're not giving it what it needs. So water is essential. Somebody say water is essential. It is essential to our health. That means it is important. You can't get by without water. You need water. Again, half of your body, 75%, over half of your body is water. And we go to the restrooms, we sweat, we do all types of things, and think about even when a person might get sick, when you have a virus, you have to stay hydrated, because the first thing that's happening is everything that is in is coming out. That means your body is fighting off something. But at the same time that it's fighting off, we have to put more water back in. We have to put that water back in to keep pushing out those toxins as your body begins to fight whatever is inside, because your body sees that intruder, something that should not be there. But when he sees that intruder, it's doing its part. So we have to help our bodies. Water does a body good. Used to be a saying that says milk does a body good. But I'm going to tell you, water also does the body good. So We want to be drinking the proper amounts of water because it is so important to our health. You need the proper amounts of water in order to survive, to make it through, to be able to live and have the energy to do what you need to do. You need to be drinking water and taking care of you. So, we talked about a few things, and we talked about how much water you should be drinking, at least starting off. And we ultimately told you what your main goal should be is half of your body weight in water. Why do we drink water? There's so many people, male, female, youth, that are trying to lose weight. Did you know that drinking the proper amount of water will help you with doing that? It helps to keep you feeling full. A lot of times we are drinking or eating when we really should be drinking. We think we're hungry and we really aren't. A good rule of thumb would be when you go to a restaurant to sit down and eat, make sure you order a glass of water. Most glasses of water are going to be about 16 ounces at least. So you get that glass of water and drink that. And after you've drunk that glass of water, that's going to help to prepare and coat your stomach for whatever meal you're getting ready to do. All right? So if you drink the water first and get filled up on that, behind that you should be following with a salad. Not too much, don't baptize it in dressing, but put a little something on there to keep you with your flavoring. But eat your salad before you eat your meal, because that's going to help you to not overeat when your meal gets to the table. So always, with every meal that you eat, make a practice at drinking water. Drink of water as you eat or before you eat is a good rule of thumb. At least 16 ounces of water before you eat. And then after you have eaten, and the next time you feel that you're hungry, instead of doing it and feeding yourself with food, try drinking a glass of water. Because sometimes we're not really hungry, or your body is not really craving food, it's actually craving water. When we think about being thirsty, thirsty means that when I'm thirsty, I need it right now. So anytime you're so thirsty that you want a glass of water, when you're thirsty and craving that water, you're already dehydrated. You're already dehydrated when your body is saying it's thirsty, because your body is letting you know it doesn't have enough to go off of. So you want to continually hydrate it, continually be drinking that water throughout the day, so that your body and your skin and everything that needs to be functioning the way it can be pushing out those toxins and doing what it needs to do to keep you in a healthy state. It's all about health. It's all about getting healthy. It's all about transforming from where we are into the new thing and the new person that we need to be. So I'm encouraging you to be drinking that water, because it's necessary. It is very, very necessary for your health. So if you're getting to the point that you're so thirsty, you're grabbing for something to drink, that means you're dehydrated. So if you get to that point, you have definitely need to get to drinking some water. A lot of times we get dehydrated and we start drinking all those other things, those soft drinks, juices, those energy drinks. Those are not necessarily good for us. They have caffeine in them and a lot of bad things, sodium and sugars and things of that nature that are not good for you. So if you feed yourself and hydrate yourself properly, you will find yourself not wanting all those different things. So hydration is the key today. We're talking about the power of water. Water is so powerful. And I can't tell you how good I feel after learning the importance of water and how much that I should be drinking. I haven't just started this journey on health. I've been doing it for a while and been learning different things from different programs as I've gone along, but definitely can say that since I've started drinking water as I should and trying to stay on it, it's not something that's going to change overnight, especially if you are a person that is not doing it as of yet. But it's never too late to begin. So I'm going to encourage you today. If you're not drinking water like you should, I am encouraging you today to start drinking water. 64 ounces of water a day is what we want you to work on. 4 16.9 ounces of water bottles. So get one, drink it. By 12 o'clock, you should be finishing the second one. And at 2 o'clock, you should be doing your third one. And by 4 o'clock, you should be doing your fourth one. So if we can get you to do at least that, you're going to see a major change as you begin to do that on a regular basis. Things that we want to change about ourselves, they start and end with you. I'm sharing these things with you because I have seen how it's changed me and how it's making a difference in my life. And I want to see you experience the same things. I want you to feel good. I want you to look good. We want to be our best selves. We want to live here on this earth as long as God allows us. We only have one body and one life. We don't have 9 lives. We only have one. However, you can live as long as you are meant to if you take care of your body. Water does a body good. Somebody ought to say that with me. Water will do your body good. So hydrate, drink water more often. Summer is coming, as I said. Make that be your byproduct. Water. I'm not saying you can't have a soda if you want to. I personally don't hardly even drink them at all. Every now and then, I might have a taste for a soda. But when I do, I get it. And most times, 9 times out of 10, I never finish it. It's just that taste. My children often used to wait around and say, Mom, are you going to drink the rest of that? Because they knew that I wasn't going to finish it. I just needed the taste right then. So sometimes your body will crave, yes, a taste for something. And that's okay. But your habit, what you want to build is your body to crave water. You want it to crave that water. Way that you can tell if you're hydrated enough, if you're hydrated, is that when you go to use the lavatories, if your urine is clear, all right, you're hydrated. If you see large coloring, if it's not clear, and if it even has a smell to it, you're not hydrated enough. It should not have that. All right, that is not normal. So I want you to watch that as you're drinking the water. When you go, I want you to check, see what it looks like. All right, and make sure that you're seeing clear, because as long as you're seeing clearness, that means you're doing well with hydrating your body. All right. If you see coloring, then that means you need to do more. All right. So continue to work towards your health. This is Lady C, doing my best on health transformations to help you get healthy. I want to live as long as I possibly can. I want to see you live as long as you are intended to live. And we have to do it by working one at a time on our bodies. Total health transformations only happen as we work every day together, working on our health, learning. We should never stop learning. We're always going to be learning. I always say you can always learn from anybody. I had the privilege of being in a meeting not too long ago, and when I walked in, who I thought I would be meeting with was totally different than who I saw. How many know that there are young people that are running businesses today that we're going to be learning from? And we as adults, or those that might be older, should be welcoming, learning from them, because they have technology and a lot of things. The Bible says that, they will be weaker but wiser in some ways. All right. So they're wiser in knowledge as far as some of these things on how to do them electronically, that we were used to doing sometimes in the old way. And maybe some of my forefathers were used to doing in the old way. But me, I'm trying to be who I am, but as connected and young as I possibly can. And that starts with being open to knowledge and being open to doing our part on our bodies and seeing that, we do our part to stay healthy and well. We have to do that. We have to work towards keeping ourselves and our bodies in proper nutrition, proper health. And then that is what causes us to have health and wellness. As I said, I talk about health and wellness, not only just about weight, because I believe that there's so many areas that are involved in our being healthy. And there's so many things that help us to be healthy that I want to continue to share with you, my listening audience, those that will glean and take a little bit from me. I want you to gather and learn something each time that we come out on the air. I thank you all for supporting us and for watching and encouraging us, those that have. Even those that don't say anything, I thank you as well, because I know it is through those things that helps me to keep going. Health and wellness is all that God wants us. He said, I wish above all things that you prosper. That means have some money, be in health, which has to do with our bodies, even as our soul prospers, which has to do with us spiritually. So I hope that you have enjoyed this broadcast today and that you have gleaned something from what I had to say. There are so many other benefits to drinking water. We can't get along or get to all of them today, but I'm hoping that this will spark an interest in you to begin to look out and to begin to study, do some research, and find out the other benefits of drinking water. You'd be surprised at some of those things that your body is going through, such as those migraines and things that I began to share. Your tiredness, your moodiness has a lot to do with the lack of hydration. So, water does our body good. There is power in drinking water, and I want you to start drinking water today. This has been Lady C on Wealth, Total Health Transformations today. And I hope that you've enjoyed this show. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And I want you to be a healthier you